What is up, everyone, and welcome to some F1 25 My Team Career Mode. That is right, we are here for a brand new series continuing our Jaguar Racing legacy. I am super excited for this. I'm sure that some of you by now will have seen my Streamers and Co video the other day, and it really gave me the motivation to get back into doing this. So we're going to see how things go. I can't guarantee that things are going to be quite as polished and that my driving is going to be quite as clean as it used to be. I have not played this game really in quite some time, but we will see how we go. And I think really the best course of action is just to get straight into it. So here we go. Okay, so I have to create my owner. Okay, so I guess this here is me. Now I'm actually playing on PC for the first time. I do have my PS5 controller, but this is the first time that I have jumped off of the PlayStation and onto the PC. So if you see the icons changing, that'll be why. So we'll put in my name as usual. This is usually, of course, my driver name. We'll go for this guy, I think. He kind of reminds me of Rufus Rice. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but he kind of looks a bit like that dude. My professional background: am I a people manager? Am I a head engineer? Or am I a chief financial officer in a past life? Well, based on my previous careers, I definitely don't think engineer is going to be the one. People managing maybe, but I think possibly. Actually, I think I am going to go people manager, because I worked in the education sector and I worked in the financial sector, but I spent a bit more time in the education sector, which I think leads itself slightly more to this kind of background. Now, you guys know me. I like a challenge. We have basic facilities. We have absolutely nothing more than the bare minimum that we can get. I turned on decreased resources for me, increased resources for the AI, all that kind of thing. We are going full hardcore struggle mode.
Let's discuss where we think we are in terms of car performance.
We suck. We absolutely suck.
I'm Anissa. I head things up in your corporate facility. Let's discuss our financial...
Did she just do the 6-7?
Corporate facility.
We don't have any money, but I feel like am I bugging? Right. I will work on this. There might be a few cuts here. I'm not going to show you the whole process of doing this, but we'll see how we go. Obviously, the team name is going to be Jaguar Racing. I think we all knew that. And the team colors, that's good. I like that. Right, team badge. Yeah, I think that's good. I like that. And then maybe we just have a look and see what the other options are. Actually, I think I prefer the rounded square, you know, looking at this. I mean, who would ever use this as your background, man? I don't know. That's not bad. Actually, I think I prefer this. Yeah, that's good. I like that. So, we get 525 a week. That's the lowest. But we get the highest signing bonus with these guys and the highest seasonal goal. But, like, I feel like having that much less weekly income, like, over the course of a full year, you're losing out on, I don't even know how much money that is. It's like 2 million over the course of a year if you're getting 500 a week, right? No. It's even more than that. It's like, no, because you're losing out on, compared to this one, you're losing out on 50k, right? So that's like 2.5 million you'd be losing out on over the course of a full calendar year. Obviously, I don't know if it's per race weekend or per just in-game week. I think it's per in-game week, if I remember correctly. So I definitely wouldn't want to go with this one, no matter what. You're losing out on so much. These two are a bit more comparable to each other. So I think now what it boils down to is how reasonable do I think the seasonal goal is. Because this one has what I would argue is probably the hardest seasonal goal, especially with 11 teams on the grid. Scoring 10 constructors points is going to be really difficult. Finishing 10th or better, there's always a risk to me that the team that finishes 11th might score more than 5 points, you know, or like there might be actually quite a high number of points. But I think getting into like 9th or 10th in a couple of races, you know, I think back to years gone by, you know, Monaco and circuits like that, maybe Japan. I don't really know what the like circuits I'm particularly good at on this year's game are. I feel like Imola always used to be a weirdly good one for me. So I feel like it is reasonable to expect that we could score 5 constructors points in a season. So I'm actually going to go with Seren, I think, on this one. Let's go with them then.
We have to make a call on which engine supplier we want to work with this season.
Who's the cheapest? Boom. Well, we usually go with Renault to start these things off, and I think this year is going to be no different because look at this. I mean, they don't even exist anymore, right? Like they're completely out of the sport. So yeah, Renault it is. So obviously this is F1 25. So there's a few drivers on this year's grid that weren't on last year's grid, namely Lindblad and of course Perez and Bottas at the new Cadillac team. So I would have been interested potentially in getting Lindblad onto the team, but he doesn't appear to be an option. Now, obviously, a lot of people were particularly keen on Paul Aron coming into the sport when he had that very good season in Formula 2. So I think he is going to be my first signing.
All right, that's one driver locked down. Now let's pick their teammate.
And the question is, who do I go with next? Now, we only have 5 options, and while I do think Cushmaney is decent, I think as a British team, we ideally need a British driver, which leaves Taylor Barnard or Zach O'Sullivan. Zach O'Sullivan has the better rating overall. He's a little bit less aware, but generally everything about him is slightly better. So I think we could make Zach O'Sullivan sort of our marquee driver signing for now, and hope that he develops over time as well. Because remember, that does happen with drivers. They can get better over time. Okay, right, that took way less time than I was expecting because I'd already sorted this out. But I mean, I think this looks, I can't lie, pretty good. All right, I think I'm happy to move on. Let's get into our first day at the team.
Hello and welcome to this very special live stream. Great to be with you all because today we're going to witness history.
That's absolutely right, Natalie, because for so many years we've wondered exactly what 11 teams would look like on the grid. Guess what? Today is the day we find out.
And we are here at the team's state-of-the-art HQ. We'll be seeing their brand new car very soon, but behind every team, behind every car, there's one person central to it all.
Yes, and they're a really popular character up and down the paddock with great energy and years of experience in managing people to success. The question is, how will they balance that arm around the shoulder approach, all whilst having to deliver performance on track?
And we'll be seeing more behind the scenes as the season progresses. But of course, it is all about what happens on track. So, without further ado, let's see the fruits of their labor, the brand new 2025 car.
Well, thank you all for joining us. The team have done an incredible job. The car looks sensational.
It certainly does. Congratulations and all the very best for the season ahead.
Surprise, surprise, it's the first day on the job and lots of people want my attention. So activities seems largely the same. We have 20 days until the next race. Or is that, no, that's 21 in fact, because 20 counts as one. So we've got 20 days. So let's have a look at what we could add over the course of 21 days. So we could just do these two, potentially. Or we could probably do one of these two and then 2 of these. I think that's going to be the most cost-effective and what's the word I'm looking for? It will have the biggest effect on the team. What do I want to improve, though? I guess owner experience is going to be a big one. So I'll spend 5 days in the Himalayas, and then we will boost our fan rating a little bit. And then we have an option to either do department onboarding or a worldwide franchise tour. Actually, I tell you what, let's get rid of this one. Let's do the lead sponsor press tour here, and then let's do the worldwide franchise tour. Right, next is engineering. So go back to the top. Again, we've got 21 days. So I think the research focus has to be 1. And then we can do 2 of these. So I think the big thing before I fill those is I want to see where we are weak and where we're strong. So I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to move on for now. Here, again, 21 days. I'm trying to do a little bit of quick maths in my head. We could do these two, or we could do these two and one extra. But we can't do like 5-5 or 5. We can't do a 5-8-10, for example. That's going to take too much time. So let's see. What do we want to improve? This is going to improve both their focus and their perception at the same time. So I definitely think we want to put that in there. The question is, do we want to do these two, or do we want to do a driver promotional tour? That's going to improve our fan rating. We've already got something to improve our fan rating, so maybe we just go full in on all of these and we don't worry too much about fan rating for now. Right, and then corporate, let's have a look. That's 2, 3, that's going to make 10, 16, 22. That's really annoying. Right, okay, so my best my best brain is saying that we just skip the shortest one then, because that's probably going to have the least effect. So secondary sponsor discovery chance, title sponsor loyalty and fan rating, driver perception, £25,000 cash, and title sponsor loyalty, secondary sponsor discovery chance. So we can actually just get everything we get from this anyway by doing this. So we will do that, and then we'll do all of these. And then, yeah, there's only one day in there. Right, let's have a look now. If we just keep going through, and then I need to remember to come back to this to see what aspects of the car need focus on the most. All right, well, he yapped a lot, but my basic understanding of what this is if you do well, you're going to get more fans, and then if you get more fans, you're going to be able to get more cool stuff that's going to help you. Unsurprisingly, we currently have the lowest fan rating because nobody knows who we are. Ferrari have the highest. Let's just see how that develops over the course of the season. Very well. So this is just like the accolades system from Driver Career last year. They've added it now to My Team Career as well. Hold on a second. We already have resource points? Who signed off on this? I definitely didn't sign off on this. How do I know how good the car is? Ah, here we go. So our powertrain is the best aspect of our car. Seems that our chassis is the weakest. So let's focus on improvement to the chassis. So we can either do weight redistribution or weight reduction. Those both have a very similar effect, if I had to guess. So I don't really know what the best option is here. I guess we'll just go for the first one.
Copy that. That feels like a good place to start. I'll get the research team on it.
Okay, all to be expected. Wait, you get 6 gearboxes? Is that new for this year? I feel like in years gone by you did not get 6 gearboxes. That's 1 every 4 races. Oh, we're gonna be fine, man. I say this and then we have like 60 NFs in our first 8 races. Right then, so we've got to look at where we actually want to improve as a team in our engineering department, and I don't really know what the best thing to do here would be in terms of improving our engineering department. Like I'm half tempted to just go from the top and just work top down, because I mean we have to get all of these in eventually, right? But a part of me is wondering, well, actually receiving 10 resource points every time we complete a practice program, especially considering we're going to be running at a reduced rate this season anyway, this is going to be a quite significant upgrade. So part of me does want to go for that. It's also the cheapest, and I think money is going to be key here. So I'm wondering if we literally just go for the cheapest on each one. So I'm going to go for this one. Right, facility improvements here. What's the cheapest thing we can get? It's $1 million. Okay. Upgraded intranet. What's that going to do? Increase morale in all engineering departments each time you complete a facility improvement. Okay. Sure. Right, we'll go for that. And then finally, all right, we got to plug this stuff up like crazy. Right. I don't even care what we put on this. We need all the money we can get. I don't care if I make this car look terrible. It looks like there's quite a lot of locked sponsors at the moment. But that's fine, because we still have a few. Right then, hello. What are you? It doesn't want to tell me what they're called. Oh my god, I have to place this myself? Jeez, can I do this using the mouse? No, I have to... Oh my god, okay, alright. So let's see, our title sponsor is Seren, so it makes sense that we put a few more on there. Just make this one nice and big, let everybody know who our sugar daddy is. All right, that's good. Yeah, I think that's a lot better immediately. Right, okay, done.
Nice one. If you're happy with that design, then that's what we'll go with.
Driver number style. Doesn't look terrible. Maybe we make this one the red one. Yeah, I think that's good. So we got the little splotches of the old HSBC vibe in there as well. Okay, I think this looks like, you know, typical corporate dog shit. I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. And we're only going to get more sponsors as time goes on. So expect soon, you're not even going to be able to see the livery for how many sponsors there are on it. That is a promise. The finances. Oh, cost cap. Yeah, good luck. And then finally, facility improvements. What's cheap? 1.52, 1.4, 1.4 it is. Boom. Awesome. Cool. Right. Sorted. And I need to remember to include the activities here. So we're investing in chassis to start with. So we're definitely going to go for chassis there. And then what else was not that great? Let's just have a quick look in research. Next lowest is probably durability. So we'll go for durability. I know that it's a bit of a meme to invest in durability, but I actually think it is worth doing. So I'm going to do it. Durability calibration. And now, I think after all of that, after nearly an hour of playing this game, I am finally ready to press advance. So, random events happen over time, and I'm sure I'll get called into one at some point.
Need you for a moment, please, boss.
Indeed, here we are. Which driver should be granted simulator time? Both of our drivers have requested extra simulator time this week, but our schedule is fully booked with only one slot available. We need to decide which driver should take priority. Who should get the session? Well, O'Sullivan's the weaker driver, and he's our marquee driver, so O'Sullivan gets the nod from me today.
So, we're gonna need to open talks with drivers for next season. They could be ours, or are currently driving for other teams. You should head to the driver comms page to see who you want to consider.
Okay. So talks are still progressing with these guys. I do think I want to enter talks with Behrman, but I do wonder whether it is an idea to just wait, develop the team further, because I remember in years gone by, the problem I had was when I signed good drivers too early, it just makes you so broke because you have to spend basically all your money on re-signing your best drivers. So while I am interested in signing other drivers, I do wonder whether it is an idea to just wait for now and stick with the drivers we currently have. Because the drivers that are weaker than these two are not massively less expensive than the ones we've currently got. Like, this is not going to make a tangible difference. We'd be spending 4 million, a little over 4 million on these two. If we had Villagomez and Barnard, for example, we'd be spending just shy of 3 million. It's not a massive difference. But if we signed Behrman in place of Aaron, for example, suddenly our expenditure goes up to, what would that be? Nearly 9 million off the back of that. So that is a huge jump. That's more than double what we're paying now. So for me, I'm saying we probably don't jump that early. Our research here is not finished, but we do have room now to do another upgrade. So I think now we look at durability, we look at improving our gearbox, especially after that joke I made earlier. I am tempting fate by not investing in the durability. Right, let's continue to advance. Plank, research delayed. What happened? Oh, okay, so it's just going to take longer. It's not that it's cancelled. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Right, moving on then. I'm thrilled to inform you that we secured a new secondary sponsor. We should think about integrating the sponsor's decals into our car design for the upcoming race. It could help us stand out and foster loyalty with them. Okay, sure. Let's get some opaque sponsors on the car nice and quickly then. Yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah, that's on there. You can just about see it, not really. Gearbox has been delayed. I think we just completed a facility improvement, didn't we? Yeah, awesome. So now we can invest in our next facility improvement, and our next cheapest one, is it one of those 725k options? I think it is. Okay, so improved comms research or improved comms development. I guess we're doing more research at the moment than we are development, so let's invest in that for now. So let's go to the grid reveal. I don't know if it's just me that's noticing this, but I feel like this game does eyes really badly compared to other games, or just like I've never noticed this in a previous Formula 1 game even before, but the like half the drivers with the eyes just look like they're so like possessed almost. I don't really know how better to explain it than that. It's very strange. O'Sullivan's focus has improved as a result of his simulator time. That is fine. And now we have our plank upgrade. So we can only develop them one at a time at the moment. We can't develop two at the same time. So we're going to have to develop one for one driver, and they're going to get it for Japan. The other driver isn't going to get it until, I guess, Saudi Arabia is the one after Bahrain. So they're going to be waiting a long old while for that one. So single development has started. 20 days. We don't have the option to rush. That's fine. A key member of our engineering team has raised concerns about staff morale, but is unsure of the root cause. They propose conducting an anonymous staff survey to uncover potential issues and improve workplace satisfaction. Should we move forward with this initiative? Let's go ahead. Staff morale is essential, or we have more pressing concerns right now. I don't see what a downside of doing this would be. Oh no, the morale in the team sucks. We're going to try and improve it. Worst case scenario, we can't improve it. Things stay the same. Best case scenario, we can improve staff morale. Whereas if we decline it, then I think, the optics of that look pretty bad. It's like, we had an option to make the morale of our team better, or at least try to, and we turned it down. I don't know what that says about a company that would do something like that. Not to say they don't exist, of course. So we are going to accept. We are going to be getting into the race weekend in Australia. However, I have been recording for almost an hour now, and I think with all the different bits and pieces we have to put together into this video, I don't think it makes a great deal of sense to then try and shoehorn an entire race weekend into this video as well. So I will just leave you with a few little tidbits about where these race weekends are going to be going. For those of you who are familiar with my previous videos, you will remember that I used to do a over-the-top commentary of these. Now, obviously, I've been live commentating all of this as I've been going. That's one of the upsides of playing on PC, is that I'm now able to do live commentary when I'm sort of outside of the race weekend, but then when I'm in the race weekend and when I'm sort of doing the sort of in-between the on-track bits, I can actually do some live commentary now as well, which hopefully is going to make the videos a bit more engaging. I felt like sometimes there were times where I was rushing through, and sometimes there were times where I was kind of stalling for time because of the way that I'd edited the video and then needed to do the voiceover. So I'm hoping this will be a better way of doing things. What that also means is that I am able to increase the length of the races that I can do. Now, some of you might think this is mad, but I have long been a big believer in the 100% distance race. That is my favorite way to play this game. It has been since I was, like 15 years old, and I used to play the old, F1 2014s and all that kind of thing. I would always do 100% distance races. Didn't really work with the time frame that I was working on back when I used to do YouTube and I was streaming every single day pretty much. But now that I'm just kind of focusing on kind of getting back into the swing of things and mostly focusing on just the YouTube side of things, I am now going to be moving to doing 100% distance races. So what that means is that these videos probably will be a little bit longer. It may take me slightly longer to get them out, so I'm not going to commit to doing daily videos. We're just going to commit to getting videos out as and when I can. I'm really looking forward to the future direction of things. So the videos might be slightly different in tone, slightly different in length, all that kind of thing, but it should be the same F1 My Team career goodness that you guys that have been along with me in the journey in the past and have returned for this journey. First of all, it's great to have you back. Thank you very much for sticking with me despite the long kind of almost 2-game hiatus at this point. It means the world to me that you guys have stuck around waiting for more videos to come. Thank you for keeping the faith. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here. If you are new around here, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload. And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you leave a like. I think there's like this hype feature now. I don't know if I have this or not. I don't really know much about the state of modern YouTube. But anything that you think is going to help push this video to as many people as you can. You know, like, comment, share, all that kind of thing. It really is helpful. I really appreciate that. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.